I waited 5 years so you don't have to.
What's the unboxing? What'd it be? Well, I don't know. Shut up and see.
So back in July of 2018, Cemetery Dance announced they were doing Usher's passing. And I had already ordered The Listener, the lettered edition of The Listener. I love Robert McCammon and everything he's doing. I think when I ordered Usher's passing, I hadn't received The Listener yet. And so I was pumped. I was on a roll. I'm like, I'm going to get 2 lettered McCammons from Cemetery Dance. This will be my letter. The Listener was going to be the first lettered edition I ever purchased. So I thought, oh, now I'm entering the VIP lounge. So I was all excited. And then The Listener landed, and everybody who saw it was like, it's lackluster. This isn't the lettered edition that Cemetery Dance is known for, and they look like they pulled punches on it. And it took wind out of my sails to hear these experienced collectors who had gotten like the lettered editions for the Doubleday Years books talk about how this wasn't up to par. So the price was there. I guess you could say it wasn't a lettered at that normal level, but it was a lettered at the $200 level or whatever it was. So this was The Listener, and the case is okay. I don't know. I wasn't all that crazy about it, and the book was pretty understated. The boards are like this bonded leather feel to it. Nice. It was okay. It had the ribbon page marker. Some cool art throughout. And I had letter XX. I thought that was fun. But I also bought the SST edition of The Listener, one of the very first SST books I bought. And I really loved it. And for the price point compared to the lettered, I think this became my favorite edition. So my introduction to lettereds was kind of blah. And then I also had the Usher's passing coming, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, it is what it is. We'll see what the Usher's passing looks like. And then I aged 5 years, and now here it is. It showed up. And I unboxed it already. I figured you don't need to see me cutting the box, so I just went ahead and did that. And the case is okay. I saw pictures on the production page at Cemetery Dance, and I thought the case looked really cool, but it's just okay. It's fine. It reminds me a little bit of the Listener case. And I think it's a little thin. It feels a little thin. And that's what, there's like a velvety, but it's not soft velvet liner here. Definitely not a case that needed to take 5 years to make. You know, I know they had a backlog and they have to put things out in the order in which they've announced, but it's a thicker book, and I was kind of disappointed there was no like ribbon to pull the book out, so you just have to dunk it out. And there's the case. It's lined. It's nice. It's a nice case. Just a little thin. And then the book, here's the book. It is the same dust jacket art that is on the artist or numbered edition. So the signed and slip-cased hardcover limited edition was limited to 750 copies. That came out a long time ago. I don't know how long after it was announced. I think people still had to wait a couple of years for that book, but they didn't have to wait 5 or almost 5. And the only difference between the two editions were basically the one had a slipcase, one had a tray case. One was bound in full cloth, and this one was bound in leather. That's the word they're using on the site. It's leather. It feels nice. It feels sharp, and there's the spine, ribbon page marker. Paper quality's nice, not spectacular. And the other difference is the lettered edition has a different full-color dust jacket than the limited slip-cased edition. And so here's the dust jacket for the lettered. And the only difference between this one and the other one is that the other one has the title on the front. So they took the words off and said it's all new art. It's not all new art. They just took the words off. It's a different design, but it's not a different dust jacket. So a longer wait for a smaller print run with a tray case that's okay, and a bonded and a leather binding. Now, I've never read Usher's Passing. I'm very interested in reading it. I'm going to read this edition. I was considering selling my matching set of The Listener and Usher's Passing, but I don't know. It's here. I paid for it 5 years ago with $2018. So I think I'm going to hold on to it. At least give it a read. And I do love Robert McCammon, and my Robert McCammon collection is pretty solid. So I'm going to keep it for a while. But I thought I would share it with you so you could see what a Cemetery Dance lettered edition looks like. This cost $250. I had a bunch of discounts at the time, so it didn't cost me $250. And but that was the retail price. And the signed limited slipcased one was only $75. So, am I happy I have it? Yeah, finally. It's like a little boulder off my shoulder. All these books I've been waiting for so long. It's nice to check them off the list and get what you paid for. There's another book I bought from Cemetery Dance in 2018. So I bought this in July of 2018. Well, in January of 2018, I bought The Stand from Cemetery Dance. So I'm waiting on that too. And once I bought 2 different editions, bought the artist edition and the gift edition. And once I get those, I will feel so unburdened from the weight of those years and waiting for that book. The Stand is my absolute favorite Stephen King book, or one of them. I don't know where it is in my top 10 video that I have that records my favorites, but it is up there, and I definitely want that book. Once I get it, it'll be cathartic. And I will have to say thank you, 2018 Jeff, for buying me such nice books and sending them to the future. It's very kind of me, you. That's it for today. I'm glad I could share it with you. Let me know if you've read Usher's Passing and if you dig it. I will say the foil stamp based on that art doesn't succeed. This foil stamp just doesn't succeed. It almost looks like a flowering tumor. That's what I'm going to call it. A flowering tumor. There's a certain visual when you talk about a tumor that flowers. It's like it peels and it keeps peeling outward. Anyway, have a book, have a beverage, stay frosty.